In this play, what was really memorable for me was Esther's motivation and how hard she was working to achieve her dreams. She was just such a motivated individual, and she wanted to open up her own salon and marry the person she married. And I just think it was so inspiring to read how dedicated she was, um, to get what she wanted. Because you don't really see, I mean, you see it, but like, it's not, you don't see dedication in people nowadays. Um, There were many different points of conflict in the play. One point of conflict would be between love and religion. We can see this between Mr. Marks and Esther. Um, the two of them clearly had a connection, and both of them felt it, but Mr. Marks was still a bit surprised when Esther started touching him because that was against his religion, and he wasn't allowed to touch another woman without being married. Another conflict would be between reality and dreams. George thought that he would come to America and live the American dream, and that just goes along with the whole dream aspect, and that clearly didn't happen. And the reality was that Esther loses her money because she gave it to George, and he just gambled it away. Um, the third would be between love versus reality. Mrs. Dickinson marries a man for his money, and she does it because of her circumstances, and that just shows how life really works. Whereas Esther marries George because she feels that he's the love of her life. So, um, one's going after love, the other one's just being realistic, and the two women had two totally different expectations from their marriages. The play tried to counter the American stereotype of colored men. George, a man of color, was being made to work in extreme conditions by white people. But then the play also like tried to resist certain stereotypes by showing how women can achieve their dream and how women like do have the right to dream. And Esther like saved up her own money and worked hard, and she had her own dream of opening a salon. I know it's bad to say, but I personally do think stereotypes of not only African Americans but other groups exist today as well. Growing up as an Indian American in America, I have come across many stereotypes that are made against India itself. Some are very stereotypical to the point that they are kind of true, but most of them are just the world's perception on this certain group. Um, One very common one would be where everyone just thinks you're naturally smart just because you're Asian. And I mean, I don't think this has anything to do with race, but I mean, that just seems to be the general consensus for like everyone. I think what helps overcome these stereotypes is the interaction with people of different color. You eventually realize that even though we all look different and believe in different things, we at the end of the day we really aren't as different as we think we are. And that's it, I think.